we couldn't miss the last day for
Yeah.
this.
Yes. Yes.
And I sent you the photograph. It is, literally saying knee deep in water.
Okay.
But it's great. It's been a great week.
Yeah.
And
Great week. Fantastic. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So we have got a couple of guests, today, and you can see some people are already there. So I would like them to introduce themselves. Mr. Arun, you can introduce yourself. The rest of the people who are there in the group, you can introduce yourself. You can unmute and speak. Your names are not visible. I don't know how to call you because it's all coming as A2700 something 5A600121 ऐसा है. तो आप बात कर लीजिए. अभी हिंदी में बात करना है या अंग्रेजी ठीक चलेगा? बाकी लोगों से मैं पूछ रहा हूँ. ये आखिरी दिन है. पहला जो वर्कशॉप हुआ फंड राइजिंग का जो हुआ था उसका आखिरी दिन है आज. So Sudarshan from Mumbai. So can you unmute and speak?
Yes, sir. Sudarshan from Mumbai. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So
Okay.
what do you do, Mr. Sudarshan?
Basically, I'm working as a marketing manager for a waste management company.
Okay.
In solid waste, yeah. So we handle the wet waste and dry waste of the cities which is generated on this side.
Okay.
So we manufacture these machines also for these organic waste converter machines, where you process the wet waste and dry waste and prepare a compost for which can be used in the gardening also. Wow.
Okay. So you saw my Facebook ad and then had shown interest.
Yeah, I joined the Facebook and I joined.
Yeah, and actually for you people, the workshop is likely to begin based on the number of people who are likely to join, because I'm going to start with a 25 NGO batch. Okay, I'm keeping the date as 14th of not 14th, 12th of September. 12th of September.
Right. Okay. What is the likely time which you have to scheduling, sir?
Tell me what is the time suitable for you people. I'll also take your views. 12th September is actually Saturday. It's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday, not correct.
Saturday, 4 to 5.
4 to 5, no? Okay,
yes.
Okay. That would be much better. Because there are other schedules also been this thing, but that is in the evening. That are more than after 7 or 8 or something. So they just wanted to know, is it clashing or something, or is it in the morning or something like that.
Correct.
4 to 5 is a very comfortable time. No problem.
Right. Good. Shahin Khan from Delhi. आप थोड़ा बात कर लीजिए अनम्यूट करके. शाहीन खान. अपने बारे में बताइए, अपने एनजीओ के बारे में बताइए थोड़ा.
Hello everyone. This is Shahin Khan from Delhi. So we have an NGO called, its name is Saheli, which is working for women empowerment and child development. Not Delhi, but in Delhi NCR and at many other places of India. So we are running a campaign named Dahej Nahi Shiksha Hai Beti Ka Adhikar, which mainly focus on the promotion of girls' education and demotion of dowry practice in our society. So as of today, this is all about my journey. Best things will be shared with you. So I'm just looking forward to this, meeting and whatever conference is going on. I'm just hoping that I'll be getting the new things about the fundraising and so many things.
Right. So that is the reason. You see, it's always better if I tell you, all of you, this is how it can be done and all that, it may take some time for you to really believe whether it is possible or not. But if people who have already gone through that 7-day workshop, and if they are visible, they are available, their last day today, okay? And we are going to have a relationship for the next 1 year now after this, because in the last 7 days time, they have realized that it's a wonderful journey altogether. And let me not say, they will speak on from their side only. I'll ask them to tell all of you that what has been their experience and all that. And then after that, you join one of the WhatsApp group that we have. And by 12th, we will be starting the second batch. And I need about 25 NGOs for that. Till that 25 NGOs are, joining, I'll keep the workshop date flexible. If I get 25, then 12th definitely we will start. In case 25 I don't get, I'll wait till we get 25. Okay, but you will all be there in the group, in that WhatsApp group. Okay, so that's about Shaheen, and then we have got who else? The other gentleman, Arun. Arun is yet to speak. Mr. Arun. Yes, Arun. Your mic is not working properly. So आप बात नहीं कर सकते हैं. Where are you from? At least you can tell me where are you from? Which NGO you are from? You can mention from which NGO you are from. He dropped off. Okay, Mr. Arupji, Chandransu, Hajra, then Gokul Nanda, Oja.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
What we will do is, we will get into that last day's session. And as I had informed all of you, what we will be doing, let us go through this exercise, and but I thought before that, let them know that what has been your learning. You can speak up and then tell. I thought some more people can come, but anyway, no problem. Whoever is there, you can speak. Let us begin with Gokul Nanda Oja. Gokul Nanda Oja, you have to unmute and speak. You have to unmute and speak. Yeah. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. You can introduce yourself to the group. Where are you from? What is your background? What do you currently do?
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Teresa Michael. I work as Youth Director for Youth for Human Rights. One of my main avenues for work is doing corporate social responsibility programs, helping the corporate to know what is corporate social responsibility and ensuring that corporate social responsibility reaches out to the people where it is actually deserving.
Very nice, very nice. Good. Good thinking and good thought process. Gokul Nanda Oja, now are you ready? Is your mic okay? Oja ji, क्या problem है?
His mic is in mute option.
Yeah, mute. Yeah. Now I can hear you.
Myself, Gokulananda Oja. I'm from Odisha. My organization is India Development Project. And we have started work in the remote tribal areas of Keonjhar district from 1989. Since 1989, we have been working in Keonjhar district only. In the field of education, community health, agriculture, afforestation, and livelihood development of poor tribal who are living in Keonjhar district. And especially, we were successful in rehabilitating the nomadic Mankidia tribal people in Melad village of Ghatda block in Keonjhar district. In second attempt, we are trying to rehabilitate some nomadic Mallar and Sitari tribal families in Ghatda block. who were collecting, who were earning their livelihood by collecting leftover books of the devotees of Tarin temple. This is our second attempt, and we are trying to rehabilitate these nomadic families, and we are trying to bring them to the mainstream.
Okay, Mr. Ojaji, the point now is you have undergone this 7-day workshop. Today is the last day. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What has been your experience in the last 6 days? What did you learn out of this workshop? And what hope you have in the next couple of months' time to go? Right? Whatever you feel like, you can be open enough in telling the people here about your learning experience in the last 7 days.
During this 7 days workshop, I learned, my eye has opened that the world is a digital world, and we have to digitize ourselves in order to work in this field. In order to accelerate our program in the field, we have to work entirely with the digital world. First. Second thing, if we work wholeheartedly, funds will not be a problem, and if we project ourselves before the donors, before this through social media, people will come forward to donate their bit for this noble cause. Third one, that we have started to project ourselves through social medias like Facebook, Instagram, this WhatsApp, this website, like this. If people will know us, they can be motivated, they can be mobilized to donate their bit to the noble cause.
Okay, now now that the 7th day has come, with what hope you had come, and with what hope now you think that you will be able to do your NGO service now? With what you came, with what hope earlier first?
Earlier, from the very beginning, actually, we don't have the idea that this digitalization of this system, that this field is growing through social media, like this. And after the 7 days, I confirm that if we project ourselves through social media, and people will know us, then if people will know us and know our work, they will come forward to contribute their bit for this noble cause.
Okay, now you have submitted one proposal, right? Can you tell me what is the proposal value that you have submitted?
That is 15,28,010 rupees.
Okay. This 15,28,000 and how much? How much? 15,28,000?
And 10 rupees. Rupees 10.
And 10 rupees. Okay. So we'll take it as 15 lakhs for the sake of discussion's sake. Okay. This 15 lakhs fund, in how many days or how many months or how many years you will be able to get after this workshop? In how many days, or in how many weeks, or in how many months, or in how many years you are going to get that money? What has been the communication that you have received the other day when I had invited Abhirup here? What did he say?
Actually, this project I have developed keeping in this mind that that is a project is of 2 years tenure, and we think within this 2 years term of the project, the people will be rehabilitated and they will come to the mainstream.
Objective is not being asked for. I want you to tell the group that in how many days you will get this fund. Objective is not, see what?
I understood, sir.
In how many days you will get this fund if everything goes on fine?
As soon as our project reaches the donors, and as soon as the donor is convinced by seeing our project proposal.
Okay, we will leave it at for the moment. I think you are not caught on to that subject. Fine, no problem. You have not been able to answer that question properly. It's okay. Hold on. Let me now move on to Mr. Arup Sengupta. Okay. Mr. Arup Sengupta, I want you to introduce to the group about yourself, about your NGO, about the activities, and what has been your learning in the last 7 days. Have you achieved any success during this 7 days time? Has anything happened in your NGO? And then you also submitted one proposal, right? And that proposal has, has got certain value. You expected some amount. What is that amount that you have asked for? And if everything goes on fine, in how many days, how many weeks, how many months, how many years you will get that money? Please explain this to the group. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone who doesn't know me. I'm Arup Sengupta, stationed in Kolkata. 46 years in corporate, retired as a vice president, Airtel. As a youngster, I am a tuberculosis survivor. I was given up for dead. And, blessings of Mother Teresa, she sent me to Darjeeling to recoup. 2 years later, I came back. Today, I'm an acute COPD patient. I have to carry my oxygen cylinder and face mask wherever I go. In spite of that, I've been working with an NGO, my own NGO called Notun Jibon New Life. And we work with sex workers' children. 1 and 2 is we are working in the Sundarban area, especially after the cyclone and COVID-19. This NGO I've been doing for 4 years, right from street children, graduated now. Was that I have led people in the front. I needed someone to lead me. Now that I'm doing my own work, I needed someone to lead me, and that's called mentoring, right? Because in mentoring, the mentor doesn't tell us what to do. The mentor only questions us what next. So makes me think. Now, in these 7 days, what I have, my takeaways in this 7 days is that there are 40% which I was doing correct. So my mentor told me to do it. That means I am 40% correct. And that has given me a huge amount of motivation to carry on further. So that was one. Second was 60% of things I was not doing. Maybe I was careless about it or maybe ignorant about it. Like group activities in social media. I use social media very much. Yet I did not know that there are NGOs, there are philanthropics, there are lots of other people who donate money. So I was asking my friends for donations. Like today, I would like to share with you all, someone sent me 68,000 rupees, right? It has come from a group where I became a member just 3 days ago. 3 days from today, Sridhar introduced me to about 16 names, which are groups in the NGO world in Facebook. I didn't know about it. So after he invited me, today when I came back, I saw this thing in my bank, this thing, 68,000 and unknown. So it has to be from that group. So thank you very much, Sridhar sir. The other thing which Sridhar has given me the confidence is to tell me that, look, 5 areas I need to concentrate. 5 areas. The first thing which excited me was when he showed me his bank account. He showed me the bank account, his bank account, and I saw 3 crores. And I remember my trustees were sitting with me and we said, yeah, we have to get 3 crores. Okay. And my trustees were very happy that we joined Sridhar's classes because, you see, money is there to be got. I've worked in corporate, but I didn't see an NGO having a bank balance of 3 crores. So that excited me. And I said, okay, if he can do it, I can do it. So it was basically that. And today my bank balance has increased because some of the things which he told me, and I'm doing it very religiously. I'm doing it very religiously because one thing he told me, to become better, you should not do cheap things. And he will give this, that's his quotation. Now, I had applied for 15 lakhs through this thing, crowdfunding. Now, crowdfunding is something I knew about for the last 3 years, never touched it. Cato, Milap, these people kept writing to me and I kept ignoring it because I thought it's humbug. When he talked about it in day 4, he bought a gentleman who's into crowdfunding on day 5. I understood the merits, which I did not understand when I read the book called Crowdfunding. So first, Sridhar's lecture to us for 1 hour. Then that gentleman coming the next day made me then make out a proposal for 15 lakhs. I am sure I am putting a time span of 30 days, max 45 days. If I can't do it, I have failed. The scheme hasn't failed because I am today Better India. I have been winning a lot of national awards, which is being televised. And that gives me that extra mileage today. So when I send my proposal to Sridhar, he put 3 clauses there. He said, give your emotional story, give who you want to help, the number of beneficiaries, and how you are going to do it. Now, with me winning these awards and taking the classes from Sridhar, it has now, made me put things into, all bullet points. I'm not writing any essay. These are bullet points, which is backed up through substantial documentation. And Sridhar, I'm giving myself 30 days to 45 days. 45 days because of the lockdown period, the schools which I have to go. So I'm taking another 15 days there because a lot of homework needs to be done. But 45 days will be straight. So that's Arup, and thank you. I'm just regretting it's 7 days, just regretting that. But I'm in the mentorship program. So thank you once again very much.
Okay, this is Arup Sengupta from Calcutta, who has given you his heart out. In fact, none of these people knew that I am going to invite all of you today. Some of you have joined here. None of these people were aware that you are going to be here today. It is a surprise for them. Yes or no, Mr. Arup?
Yes, absolutely. And I'm so happy. I'm meeting more friends.
Yeah, correct. Chandransu Hajra. Okay, can you speak, introduce yourself and then tell the group who you are and what has been your learning in the last 7 days' time?
Yes. Hello, friends. I'm Chandransu Hajra by profession, an optometrist. And my wife is also an optometrist. Actually, we have started our journey in an NGO. As an NGO, we formed Society for Eye Health Awareness, Srirampur, in the year 2007. And we are working in the field of eye care, healthcare, especially in eye care, as we are an optometrist. Especially, we traced in eye care. And we usually do refractions, and we arrange cataract operations, cataract surgeries, and also we arrange eye donation pledge camp and blood donation camps also. Eye donation pledge camp, we traced in eye donation pledge camp. Actually, before meeting Mr. Sridhar, we are doing a lot of things. We served our community a lot, but we didn't get any support from from the community. Especially, we didn't get any fund. Actually, we didn't know anything about the fund or how to get it, how to use it. That was our main problem, and now Mr. Sridhar told everything what we should do. What even we don't have any website till now, and already I am talking to my friend to make my website. After Sridhar asked me to do it first, and I don't even know what is crowdfunding. I don't even heard anything about crowdfunding, and here Mr. Sridhar introduced what crowdfunding is and how to get fund from that. And I have one project. I have given to Mr. Sridhar one project, that one mobile van we required, mobile eye checkup van, where within the van we can check patients' eyes and treat them properly. Everything you can done within that van only, and that project costs around 28 lakhs. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Chandranshu Ajra. So the group must have got some insights about how these people have experienced. I have been in the area of fundraising for the last 11 years. In fact, when I started, I would say not 11 years. I'm sorry, it's 20 years. 2000 is the time that I started. Correct, 20 years. So the first step when I came out of corporate world was to support NGOs, because I had no choice. There was recession, and I had to come out of the job and then take up entrepreneurship. I took two things at that time. One, the NGO activity, because by then, during that period, since I was traveling a lot all over the country and all that, so one NGO had come to me, who was introduced to me by a common friend, and this NGO was having a problem in managing his, NGO activities because of projects not getting approved, funds not coming out, and all those things. So he somehow came across and said that, look, this gentleman keeps going to Delhi and all that quite often. So if you can do something, just go and meet this gentleman and put your request. Probably he will do something for you, and tell my name and go and meet him. So he came and met me. The common friend told him that you go and meet him. So when he came, that first of all, I didn't know what is NGO at that time. I said, what is this NGO? And then he clarified that what is NGO. And then I told him, sir, what is that I can do? Why has he referred you to me? Then he said, no, I have, some proposals to be submitted, and which has been submitted, but funds are not coming. Funds are, what do you want me to do? Then he said that, no, sir, since you are going to Delhi and all that, if you could just go meet this secretary and then do something about it. So basically, he wanted me to do a follow-up activity. So I took little more interest to understand the project better. So I went to his NGO, and then I found all senior citizens sitting and working, and all senior citizens were not actually, looking for any kind of income. And they were actually wanting to pass their time, and they had nothing else to do. So they said, come, let's do some social activity. And they were all very sincere in whatever they were doing. Okay. The only issue that they were facing was funds. So after understanding the issue, then because I've been in the corporate world, I asked them, what if you don't get fund and all that? So he said, no, fund and all, if it doesn't come, we will probably not do anything. So, is this the way you manage your business? I said. I used the word business. So then they corrected me, saying that, look, what we do is not business. What we do is service. So that is the day I realized that NGO activities are all service oriented, not business oriented. Okay. Then from that day, my mind changed, and much more changes came after 6 months. What happened? I'll tell you the story. I went to Science and Technology. I met the secretary there. Fortunately for me, he happened to be a South Indian and look-alike person, meaning he's also a Tamilian, I'm also a Tamilian. And I went with the name of Kanchi Sankaracharya, I went and told him I'm a devotee of Kanchi Sankaracharya. And I went, then that was the opening statement that I made, and which actually flabbergasted him. Then he said, what can I do for you, sir? I said, I understand, so-and-so NGO has submitted proposal to you and you people have been sleeping over it. Because I'm from the corporate world, my language was like that. My language, my terminologies were like that. I understand that they have submitted the proposal and you guys have been sleeping over it. Oh, is that so? He said, then he called his assistants. Then he pulled over that proposal, found out what is the project all about. The project was something to do with, technology, meaning if women who are in the village were doing embroidery with their needles and hand, they were getting hurt and all that. So the best idea is to give them sewing machine. And the NGO's job is to provide them sewing machine, provide them skill training, how to use the sewing machine. So this is their job. For that, fund is to be allocated for them. The next job was the carpenters are all using hammer and nail, so they were getting hit on the thumbs and fingers and all that. So for them, the best usage was drilling machine. It's a technology. So science and technology people wanted this drilling machine to be introduced in the market, and then to these people particularly, and make them earn better money because of the speed with which this can execute, the technology can execute. So it happened, and fortunately, I think I did this job, and he said, don't worry, sir, you please carry on, go home, go to your home place, give your NGO, feel that this will come. Okay, but it may take some time. It may take about maybe around 30, 45 days or something like that. But you tell him that between 30, 45 days, they should be getting the sanction letter from us. So I was very happy, and I called them from there itself, and I said, why don't you tell yourself? So from the phone also, I made him talk, and he narrated this. And then subsequently, what exactly happened was within 14 days, 35 lakhs was sanctioned to this NGO. 6 months later, this NGO again called me up, and he said, sir, you should come. We are going to the village. We should go to the village. I said, no, I was already busy in my corporate work. I said, no, I can't do anything about it. I'm too busy in this activity. So he said, no, you have to come because you got us the money. So since you got us this money, you need to come and see what this money has done, what wonders to people here. So I was curious to know when he said this statement, and I went along with him. We were supposed to go at 10 o'clock there, hot sun. 10 o'clock was the time that was given to them, but we went and reached at 12 o'clock. I was very prompt, but he was not ready. So we had to wait, and then only by 12 o'clock we reached. 12 o'clock in the month of May, it was hot sun, almost close to around 40 degrees, 42 degrees kind of, temperature. And there were, people standing in the queue as if, cinema theater is there, and then there is something which is given free of cost, and almost about 1,000 people were standing in the queue, zigzag. Okay. There were 2 Maharaja chairs which was given to us. It was in a small, conventional hall, which had just about maybe around 500, 600, square feet area, small this thing. It could not accommodate the entire set of village people. Probably around 40, 50 people can be accommodated, but that's the space available. So inside that, with a pedestal fan, no AC, nothing, because, that's a village. And with a pedestal fan, we were there. We went there and sat. All that garlanding, putting that shawl and all this pleasantries and all was over. After that, I started seeing people coming and touching our feet and going. One person did that. I thought, okay, he's a youngster, fine. I blessed him and sent him off. Next person came. That person also was very young. I blessed him and sent him off. The third person was a senior person. He was elder to me. He also wanted to do the same job. Then that's the time I realized that the village people actually had already made an arrangement that all these people will come, do pranams, and then go. So it was very, very heart-touching. So I stopped them from doing that. I did not like it. So I stopped them from doing it. But that particular incident was a turning point in my life. That's the time I thought that in corporate world, I have been giving business after business to them. From 1 crore to 45 crores in 18 months, I gave them. Okay. Yet, when it comes to something like a pressure situation for the corporate, even a performing person has no meaning, has no place in a corporate world when they are in trouble. So they will just need you as long as they need you, and they will just pick and throw you out when they don't want. Why that situation comes? Because of the recession, salary they could not pay for about 6-9 months, all that happened. And whereas here, it is an indirect work that I've done. I've done nothing other than one follow-up, that's all. But that one follow-up activity of mine, which resulted in him getting 35 lakhs, made thousands of people, feel that for us, you are God. Okay, this is the kind of indirect statement they gave us. So that touched my heart. So that is the day I decided that I will get into this NGO field. And I got into the NGO field thereafter, only helping NGOs, in fundraising. I was only concentrating on that. Then it so happened that, there were some attractive programs and all, which was one day I happened to see one child having food, in a dustbin. And, there were 3 other dogs which were there around the child. And the child was not scared that these dogs will come and, bite her or something. The child was more scared that whether these dogs will snatch away the food that the child was able to get it from the dustbin, and she was eating that. She was protecting that. So then I went and asked her as to why she had to come to that situation. Why not their parents could not give them food and all that. So when I went to the slum and I found out that her parents had neglected her and one more child. And in the entire slum area, it was the routine practice. Every day morning, they will go fetching for a daily wage job. And evening, they come back with money. In that, the husband of the family will be a drunkard. He will drink and come with no money at all. And next day again, he will go for work. Next day evening, he will come again with drinking, and then no contribution to the family. This female is the one, the woman of the family is the one who could bring something to eat for the children at the night. But morning, no money, no food, nothing. Okay. Then they just, go. And what do these children do? When hunger is something that cannot be prevented. So what do these children do? The first attempt that the children will do is try to go and steal from a bakery. Okay. The bakery person will give 1 day, 2 days like that. Okay, he will ignore. Supposing, somebody is coming and snatching away. He knows the difficulties these children are facing and all that. But 1 day, 2 days, it's okay. But every day if they come and steal, and that too not one child, 2 children. It is more than 700, 800 children who are there. If everybody comes and steals bread like that, what will you do and where will he go? So he used to throw them out. He used to kick them out and then say, and then ultimately these children will resort to either 2 things. One, the children will either go for begging, okay, or it will have to invariably go to the dustbin and have food. Okay. So then that day I realized that, after that I did a little more discovery. I went to Google and then I searched what is the situation in India. And I discovered that what WHO is saying, if at all, if they are saying that HIV, AIDS and cancer are the deadliest disease, with now coronavirus coming in, if they say that coronavirus is the deadliest disease, hunger is above all of these diseases. It stands on top. Okay. Hunger cannot be controlled, or, it cannot save anybody. So it will result in death. And you have seen in papers, magazines, TV channels and all that. So when I discovered that, I said, fine, no problem. I will do something for this community. So I started feeding from my own pocket for 10 children. Every week I used to go, and I used to religiously go. 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 7 weeks later, I could see when I used to take, me and my wife, when we used to go and take the container from the car, go to the slum and then give food. Then some community used to see that this man has been coming every week religiously here. He takes container and he goes there. So one curious group of people, they came and found out what I am doing. Then when they saw what I am doing, then they were very impressed. They said that, sir, Mr. Sridhar, you're doing a great job. From my side, I'm going to contribute some more. So can we increase it? Can we increase the number of children, and then we'll feed them more? So that is how people started helping me. Okay, the 10 became 250, 250 became 1,000, 1,000 became 1,500, 1,500 became 2,500, and it multiplied. Today it is standing at 21,000 children. Okay, this is the growth factor that has happened, and in 19 cities we are doing this. Okay, and while doing this, obviously as a single man I cannot do it alone, so I had to depend on NGOs. I associated with 220 NGOs in the country. Okay, and everybody took the interest of doing this program. Mr. Oja is one such person. 3 or 5 years back, he had come to Bangalore on his own, searching for me. He said, I want to do your program. Okay, he didn't give me any notice. Without notice, he came, and he came to my house also. And after having come to my house, I sent him back with a check for him to start the program. Okay.
Sir.
Oja, do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, and the first day when I conducted a similar program, last one webinar, there was a gentleman who came in the webinar on that day. He acknowledged the fact that one idea that I gave him has made him build an empire today. He is a blind man. Okay, he doesn't remember the face and all that. That blind person had come for the webinar. He heard my voice and he said, Sridhar, Mr. Sridhar, I now hear your voice. I remember now that you are the gentleman who gave me that one idea that I wanted to build a school, and he didn't know how to build the school. I said, you go for donate a brick concept. Go and ask people, donate a brick. Just say, donate one brick for me. This is a very, very emotional statement. When you ask for one brick, people will give you for 10 bricks and 100 bricks. And it happened for him. And he built, and he acknowledged on that day. And that is after maybe around 7 years or so, he met me in this webinar and told that this is what you told me, and I have done this. Okay, so this is how I have been able to contribute to the NGO fraternity in the last 20 years of my period. But what I discovered was, and I've also shown these people the number of workshops that I have done. I've gone to all parts of the country. Offline, I have conducted in hotels, workshops for NGOs, how you can be self-sustainable, what methodologies I have been using, and I have been successful in this. Why can't you do this? My dependence on government was zero. I did not take a single pie from government. They volunteered on their own to, after seeing my program, and said that take my program and do. Okay, when I took it and did, I discovered the bureaucratic approach that they have and the kind of difficulties that I faced, and I stopped. I said, I don't want any help from government. I would rather be on my own. So then I developed my own donors base, and that donor base is strong enough, and I'm taking care of this thing. But coming to NGOs self-sustainability, the issue was that they are okay with the ideas that I give. They are all saying fine. But after some time you go and ask them that, have you been able to implement? 9 out of 10 people will say that no, we have not been able to implement. The ideas are good, Sridhar. After the workshop, they will all say, they will all crowd me and say that fantastic idea you gave us, we will do this, we will do that, we will keep you informed and all that. 1 month later, when I do a follow-up call, how many of them have really implemented this thing? Almost zero. Almost zero. 1 or 2 people would have just implemented and then seen some success. Otherwise, it is negligible. Then there was a gap, and then I reintroduced. I got back into this fundraising activity for NGOs just in the month of April. A thought came to my mind that I should now scale up and see that my program runs very well. And for that, I need to first show these NGOs that it is possible. You, for your program, you can do it. Okay. The selfish motive that I had is that if I help NGOs today in their programs, tomorrow they will definitely say, they will not say no to me when I tell them, you introduce my program into your NGO and do this activity for a longer period of time. Because children deserve at least one meal a day and they should not go hungry. Okay, with this objective in mind, I started these workshops again. Okay, here I wanted to tell them that I have already experienced, I have already seen success. So therefore, if this, I can see, I can implement the same success formula for all the NGOs who join my community. So I brought the gentleman, rather than me telling them, I brought the gentleman who supported me when I wanted crowdfunding. So that gentleman spoke to these people, and then in simple terms, he said, all you need to do is provide me the documents. The story should be very nice, and the rest you leave it to us. You need to connect me to one principal, two principals of any schools. Okay. If that happens, then the fund is assured. And what is the time gap? These people are talking about 30 days and 45 days and all that. But what he mentioned was in less than 2 weeks. In less than 2 weeks, this fund can be raised. In my case, when I put a target in the crowdfunding page, I collected money within about 24 days time. Within 24 days time, I was able to succeed in that. So there are people out in the market who have got very good heart, and they will definitely give you so long as your program is good. Okay, I am here to help you all. So for that, what you need to do is you have to attend the workshop and understand the process. You know, what are the steps that needs to be taken care of. You know, results are automatic when you follow the process. Systems can never fail, people only will fail. Okay, systems are what? Processes are nothing but systems. Okay, if you follow the system, results is always there waiting for you. So with that note, now I will conclude this communication to the rest of the people who have come. I need to do an exercise with these 3 people on the last day. The exercise is something which I will be doing in front of all of you. You can be an observer. This is what I'll be doing with every one of you. Okay, when you attend the workshop next week, whenever I'm conducting that workshop. Okay, so can I go ahead with your permission? If anybody has got any questions, they can ask me now. The floor is open for question answers for some time. Nobody has got a question. You need to unmute and speak. Some of them have unmuted, but there's a lot of disturbance. Mr. Arup, you wanted to say something?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm listening.
Yeah. Ara Purohit, you wanted to say something? Teresa Michael, you wanted to ask something?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
I just wanted to know now that I've formed my new NGO. And like you itself, I have been from the corporate background, doing a lot of corporate work for NGOs, and as well as doing work for the NGOs also. We do have fed almost around more than 2,500 people in the pandemic. We also have a requirement for children of migrants for school books, which I'm getting from Rajasthan and all. But one thing that every corporate asks me is, do you have the ATG with you? do you have the 12A with you? What do I respond at this point of time?
If you don't have, you must admit the fact that you don't have. I'll tell
No,
you.
that I, but what should be the next step for me to do?
See, I'll tell you. There's one lady in Delhi whose brother met with an accident, and then in the accident he lost his leg. Okay, and he became physically handicapped. And the company was Airtel. They gave him a compensation package and sent him that you are no longer required after that. This was way back, about maybe around 15, 20 years back, something. So this lady, was very emotionally got very much affected. And then she got into teaching, especially disabled children only, under a tree. With no, she had not registered, she didn't do anything, out of her own interest, with no ATG, no 12A and all that. Out of her own interest, she started teaching the children. The first attempt that she did was, she was teaching the children under the tree. So under the tree, when the teaching was going on, people, when they were going through, seeing that, one day, 2 days, they didn't observe that clearly, but she was continuously doing for some time. And then they all realized that this lady has been doing this for the last so many days. She doesn't have a blackboard. Okay. So somebody came with a blackboard and gave. And then somebody else came and said that, why do you want to do it under the tree? You come, my garage is empty. I don't have a car there. I'm not parking my car there. Use my garage and do the teaching there. Then that's how she went there. Teaching was done. And when this good work was happening, there are people who will come and support that. So, people are there to come forward and support. If the work that is being done is visible, then this ATG, 12A and all will not matter. Nobody cares. But the corporate definitely will care, because they have audit objections and all those things.
Correct.
Okay. So this can be tackled in two ways. One, if you don't want to spend money, 6 months you have to wait for ATG and 12A.
Correct.
If you are willing to spend money, within 6 days also you can get it. But how much is the money, if you ask me, I don't have an answer for that, because it varies from person to person, place to place, and the urgency that you show or whatever. So my suggestion to you would be that you consult a chartered accountant locally.
Okay.
This chartered accountant will have, good access to the income tax commissioner.
Yeah, my accountant took the money and he didn't pick up my calls.
Okay. So this can happen, but you go to a full-fledged chartered accountant, don't give it to an accountant. Okay. Chartered accountant who is certified.
Very reputed, yeah.
No. There is something called, people get mixed up with auditor and a chartered accountant.
No. Mine is a proper chartered accountancy, because we've been dealing with chartered accountants.
So he has taken the money and run away, is it?
Yeah, he just doesn't know how to do the ATG and the 12A, and that's making me stuck. Okay, now the second problem, Sridhar, I'm facing is a good corporate sponsored coding classes for the children from the slum. Now that coding is one of the biggest things in the educational industry. Every actor, director, and every mad hat is talking about coding and all that. We got the company to sponsor the coding, and the school, like you said, the principal gave me a receipt saying that this is the 12A and the ATG form. So even the schools don't know, and neither like the trustees. Okay, So if you ask even the trustees of the school, so you must be having an ATG. It is not possible that, a well-reputed organization does not have it. So at least we all give it. They also don't have it.
Okay. Now your pain point is that you need quickly this ATG and 12A, and I think I have given you an answer for that. Yeah.
Because
I've given you an answer for
I have problems. The companies don't realize that people don't bother about ATG and 12A. Whoever's into doing social work.
No. See, you need to understand what is ATG and what is 12A.
That's the whole point. No.
Yeah, ATG is not for you. It is for the people who are donating money to you.
Correct.
Okay. 12A is not for them. 12A is for you. That whatever money that you receive,
correct.
You need not pay tax on that because you have a 12A. If you don't have 12A, you have to pay tax on the money that you receive.
Correct.
This is a simple difference between the two. Okay, if you don't have both these two things, what will happen is you cannot receive money, you cannot do social activity out of that because it is public money.
Correct.
It's public money. When it comes to public money, you must be accountable for that. Okay, so for that your audit accounts must be clear. And if you don't have 12A and ATG, then you are not supposed to borrow money from anybody, take money from anybody, unless it is a borrowing. Borrowing means, yeah, you are taking loan and you are giving it back. That's okay. Okay. Correct. But if you are taking that as a donation, then if you don't have this, it is considered illegal.
Correct.
Okay. So now you be prepared for one of these two things. Wait for 6 months.
Get arrested or to learn.
Yeah, wait for 6 months or pay money and then get it.
Sridhar, approximately what would be the cost?
I told you, no, it depends on the person. I paid only 5,000 rupees. I paid only 5,000 rupees for ATG and 12A for my trust.
I'm living in Pune.
Yeah, Bangalore is considered to be slightly better than Pune, right?
I know that.
Yeah, and it is also it is also a little bit more corrupt than Pune. But I paid only 5,000. My luck. My luck.
And in how many days you got it?
I got it in 6 months. I waited for 6 months.
Okay.
That's why my auditor said, my consultant said, my chartered accountant said, he scolded me. He said, why did you come first of all for this meeting? He has taken all the 6 months time. Okay.
Correct.
At that time, he has got only one job to do. Either he should reject or he should give. If he rejects, he should give a valid reason for rejection. And he did not have any valid reason for rejection because my books of accounts was very clean.
Okay.
Okay, so he had nothing to say. Then because I happened to go there, I volunteered giving him that money. Then my chartered accountant said that 5,000, if you had that money, you could have given it to me. Why did you give it to him? Because it has to come to you free.
What is happening to me now?
Huh? Sorry?
If you give me the money, I'll do it. If you give me the money, I'll do it. But nobody is doing it.
So, and it is now that is where the problem comes. Now, don't worry. Okay, you don't pay me any money for that, but I will tell you with whom you should do. You should pay him. If I recommend, you do that. Because I have few contacts. I'll make some people help you get this. Okay, for you.
Sure, Sridhar, my NGO also activity is begun. Even before I've got the certificate from the commissioner and all that, the pandemic has made me do certain.
I'm getting into one-to-one consultation now. Okay?
No. I'm wanting to join your class.
Yeah.
The thing is, do you conduct the classes in the morning or in the evening? What is the...
I conduct in this time, 4 to 5.
4 o'clock to 5 o'clock.
4 o'clock to 5 o'clock.
Okay. And how many days are the classes for?
7 days I do. And in between, if Sunday comes, Sunday is considered holiday. So you can take overall 8 days.
Okay. One more question, Sridhar, I have is, see, I'm working with delinquent students, dysfunctional families. I need to make their project reports. So will this also groom me to make project reports?
I will connect you to people. Basically, see, the 7-day workshop, what you can get is the concepts. I will make you feel so comfortable that, running an NGO is not difficult at all. Now, you see, most Arup Sengupta or Gokulnanda Oja or Chandransu, now they are going with lot of confidence back to their place.
Correct.
Okay. Because now they know, earlier they did not know. Now they know that how to run an NGO. Fund is not an issue at all. But fund was the major problem for them earlier. Today they are saying that fund is not an issue. You heard Arup Sengupta saying that without his knowledge, 68,000 rupees has been parked in his bank account. He doesn't even know who has given him.
Correct.
Okay. Just because he joined some groups which I told him to do that. That's all. He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know. See, this is how money will come to you. Because money is a byproduct. If your service is good and if you know where you should go and connect yourself to different groups, then funds will automatically come.
Okay.
So this comfort is what I'm going to give. I'm going to give concepts. You should do this, you should do this, you should do this, which you will find that, oh my God, I didn't know this. I should have done that in the earlier. If I had done that, it would have been better.
Correct.
This is my role. Then after that, also it never ends. Now why Mr. Arup Sengupta has signed up, all these 3 people have signed up for 1-year mentorship from me.
Okay.
Okay. Why they have done this? Because even if they're getting these concepts clear, you need a hand-holding.
Correct.
You need someone to help you, guide you step by step as to what should be done if they get stuck somewhere. Independently, it is going to be very difficult for any NGO to manage. But somebody who is experienced in this line, somebody who has seen reasonable success in this line, if that man can come as a mentor for you, then you should gladly accept. And he deserves his Guru Dakshana. And you need to give that Guru Dakshana and then take that.
Okay.
This is what I am preaching to all the NGOs. Now, let me listen to other people also if they have any questions. Mr. Purohit, do you have any questions? Sampat Kumar, then another 2 people are there. I'm not sure who they are. Yeah, please. Yeah, you were wanting to say something. Please go ahead. Arupji, it may go for another half an hour, 45 minutes. Is it okay? You're okay with that. Fine. Yeah, please. Anybody else has got any questions? You can ask me.
So is this, your workshop is paid or, how it's gonna be? If you just could, just tell me.
The first step is you have to pay 99 rupees and get
Okay.
into the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
That is your first step. Okay. In the group already, I've got some people who are already there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And 25 NGOs is what I'm going to conduct workshop.
Okay.
So once you come to the group, I'll be unfolding to the group that what I am going to preach in the coaching in the workshop.
Okay.
So that there are few things that I want people to have. If you are looking for fund support, you should have ATG and 12A. I
have.
Yeah. So I will say that only those people are the qualified people to attend the workshop. Now there are also other NGOs who say that I don't have this ATG and 12A right now, but I don't mind paying you money, but I want to learn what you are teaching.
Okay.
For that purpose, if they are coming, it is allowed.
Okay. So what will happen once the 7 days workshop is done?
Now what Arup Sengupta said, did you hear him?
Yeah, I heard him, but the concept was not clear to me. He just talked about some mentorship plans. So what is?
No, he said that he has put up a proposal now for 15 lakhs.
Okay.
For one of the projects, which in fact, when I first asked him to give a proposal, he gave me for 1.5 lakhs.
So you will be, letting us know that how we should, write a proposal, or what could be the, the major point to taken care while writing a proposal.
Yeah. the first a raw draft has to be given by you, because
Okay.
you only know your program.
Okay.
Okay, I will
Got
tell
it.
you. I will tell you how that project proposal has to be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
How should the story? What is the sequence by which you can write this and submit?
Mm-hmm.
That I
Okay.
will tell you. In
Okay.
your language, you should put across.
Okay.
Okay,
Got it.
and it comes to me. Then I go through that, and if there are some errors, there are some modifications that are required.
So you
Okay.
proofread that. Okay.
I will do that.
Okay. Okay, sir.
So
So
it
once we.
is, yeah.
So
Once
once we are done with this, workshop, so there's some another plan which is called mentorship, right?
exactly.
So what is all about that? I mean,
Yeah, I tell you, the first step is for the workshop. It is about 3,499.
3,099.
3,499.
3,499.
Yeah, 99. Out of that, 99 rupees you would have paid, and you would have come to the WhatsApp group.
99 is for WhatsApp group, right? 999.
No. Only 99 rupees. 99.
Rupees 99 is for WhatsApp group.
Less than 100 rupees. 1 rupee less than. 99.
Got it. So after that, we'll be able to join that workshop for 7 days,
Exactly.
right? Once you'll be having 25 NGOs, so you'll start that after only,
Correct.
right?
Correct. After that only I will start that. At that time only you have to pay.
Okay, no.
The balance money you have to pay only before starting the workshop.
Okay, got it.
Okay. After the workshop, it is up to you whether you need me or you don't need me.
Okay, sir, got it.
Okay. It is up to you. You can decide. No, I will manage on my own. If you say, I'll say bye-bye. Thank you. But if you say that, no, I need, then okay, I'll say okay for that also. But you need to pay me Guru Dakshina on a month-on-month basis in advance.
Every month?
Every month. Mentorship is called that only.
Okay, for 1 year, right?
1 year. 1 year.
So will it be fixed or it will be up to us?
No, it is fixed.
Oh, that is for 3,499, right?
No. That's a bigger amount.
Oh, that's bigger amount.
That's a bigger amount. But you will not feel, now if I tell you, you will feel, oh my God, I can't pay that much. You will say.
Yeah, definitely. But once we are getting funds, then matlab whatever, I mean,
this is the normal story everybody will say before the fund comes. Okay.
I can understand.
But my 7-day program, after you attend my 7-day program, at the end of the day, even if I say that I don't want, you will come to me.
So I mean, to get into that 7 days class, we have to pay, right? Which is 3,400.
Yes.
Okay.
And in that 3,400, 7 days experience you will go through. Correct?
Okay. Got it, sir.
Okay. And 1 day before you will tell me that I would like to further continue with you, what to do.
Okay, sir. Got it.
You will tell me. Now, if I tell you that price, what is that mentorship price now? Okay. You will not even come to the 7-day workshop.
Yeah. And I understand, sir, because unless we don't have the funds or we don't have the amount at our back, so how are we gonna
all this is a point that you can make, is a statement that you can make only because
before that,
you still don't know me. That's all. You still don't know me. That's why. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't say anything negative about that.
Yeah, it's very natural, sir. Yeah,
it is very natural. It is very natural.
Okay. It's very natural.
But if you wish to attend that, you can attend that and you will get a lot of learning.
So do we have any idea by what time you'll be able to,
for example,
get those 25?
I'll give you one small example, Shaheen. Okay. Now, you see, what happened for Mr. Arup Sengupta was, without his knowledge, some 68,000 rupees has been deposited today as donation from somebody not known to him. Okay. Now, if I tell Mr. Sengupta, okay, I will not ask him. Even if he gives me, I will not take it. Okay. I'm just telling Mr. Sengupta, this 7 days has given you this kind of learning, and unknowingly, I mean, without your knowledge also, you got some money. My mentorship program is going to be 20,000 rupees per month.
Okay.
Okay. What do you think his reaction will be?
I think after getting 68,000 will not be a huge concern for him because without doing it, just because just after joining your
But
classes
if I
you
had,
got
if
that
I had
much.
told him, if I had told him
Ha-
20,000 rupees
before, yeah,
prior to joining the workshop,
yeah, he
he would
wouldn't.
not have come to the workshop
he
also.
wouldn't. He would have been escaped.
Yeah, he would not have come to the workshop also.
Yeah.
But during the workshop, this experience is already seen. So the belief level has gone up for him.
Okay.
Similarly, it will go up for you also.
Got it, sir.
Okay. So you first attend the workshop and then you decide whether to continue or not to continue.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Anybody else has got any questions? Sampath Kumar? Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Sampath. All right. So we will move on to Mr. Arup. Another. Sampath, you wanted to ask something? No, he's not speaking. But start. So can we start, Mr. Arup? Yeah.
Yes.
Is it okay if I do this in front of these people? I should ask you.
Yes.
No.
Please go ahead.
Okay. Okay, this is called clarity document, which is very important. This is called personal clarity document. So I'm going to ask you some questions. Okay. Only Mr. Arup, you can unmute, and then.
Yeah. I'm on.
Yeah. Okay. Now with I know that your dreams would have now gone high. I want you to specify income goal. What is the fund goal that you want?
What is the fund?
Fund.
See, right now, in the next 6 months, I will be needing somewhere around 45 lakh.
Okay. But tell me about 1 year.
This thing, my next year's budgeting is 1.5 crore.
Okay.
Because I've got the ashram project also.
Correct? Is it correct? Number is correct?
Yeah.
The
zeros look okay.
Yeah, just in a mota, can you give me real reason as to why? Why do you want this money?
Is it me or someone else?
You only.
Okay. The funds are needed because this thing, I work with sex workers' children and I need to rehabilitate them from the sex workers colony to an ashram about 100 kilometers away.
Okay.
And also to rehabilitate the retired sex workers numbering 380.
Okay.
So the third thing is, as you know, I have worked with Mother Teresa. So on the footpaths of Calcutta, every day there are people left there to die. okay, beggars, people that just leave the dead, people to die. Mother Teresa was putting them into Nirmal Hriday. I am doing the same, wanting to do the same thing in Anando Ashram. So that is a big one, because 20 male and 20 female ladies and gents will try and save them. So even if they die, they will get a very respectable burial or the Shamshan Ghat. And if they recover, they remain in the ashram and not in the streets of Kolkata.
All right. Okay. Now, what are the constraints that you are foreseeing?
Just before I had met you, the constraints was how to get the funds. Okay. The clarity of how to get the funds apart from my friends has come to me, because one is crowdfunding. The second thing is philanthropic groups that are already in Facebook who are looking out to pay people. That was the second one. The third one, which we touched, which was the CSR route. Currently, the CSR route is a little low because of the lockdown and the budget constraints. But I'm sure in the next 6 months, the CSR route, the corporate social responsibility route, will also open out.
Now,
so my clarity on funds is clear.
Okay, this is, see, in constraints, I've got a couple of points. One is lack of funds. 2 is lack of time. 3 is lack of community support. 4 is lack of family support. Okay. 5 is confidence, low in confidence. Okay, these are the 5 points for which I need clarity, that out of these 5, which are the major constraints for you?
Okay. The major constraint for me was funds. I have a very huge political base, both at the current Mamata Banerjee level as well as the next one if they come in.
Okay.
The BJP as well as this, both very strong connects right up to Delhi. So that's not there. With, after my wife expired 6 months ago, there is nothing called family constraint now, because my children, they themselves are 46 and 45, grown up. They have their own families and they're very proud of what I'm doing, right? So the family one has gone out. Very, very high on confidence, especially after winning these national awards, Better India and all that, and now being featured in IPL. So the confidence level is very, very high, Sridhar. Okay. My only thing was I was lost where funds were concerned, right? So that
now you got a solution for that.
I have got a solution, and you're there in my mentorship. So right. I have someone who, you say, I need a hand. Everyone in the world needs a hand, no matter what the age.
Okay.
So I've got that hand.
Okay. My next question is, how committed are you to sort out this burning problem which you are seeing, and you want to find a solution for their problems? So that's the whole agenda, isn't it?
Yeah, it is my complete life. Complete life. I sleep for only 3 to 4 hours a day. I have a sleep disorder, and the whole day, like right now, I just sent you some photographs. I was in knee-deep water working there because it's all flooded. So devotion to work is God's guide to me.
Okay. Now,
very high on motivation.
Okay. Now, see, if in terms of programs now, can you tell me you got 1 program, 2 programs, 4 programs, 5 programs, and how many programs you have?
3. I have got 3. One in Sundarban, sewing machines. That is the Tiger Reserve, the widows. In fact, if you go to Facebook, you'll see interviews by 4 of the widows yesterday. One widow doesn't even know if the husband is dead or alive. His clothes are tattered and in the river. So the body must have either been taken away by crocodile or a tiger. Right? Now, my levels of commitment to these widows is very, very, very high. So that is why the school, the sewing machine school, to rehabilitate them, they'll be making masks, reusable sanitary pads, and mosquito nettings.
So Sundarban is one program. The next program is what?
Yeah. The next program is in a place called Behala. It's an industrial belt. Yesterday we took, after having met you, I've taken the shed, 2,200 square feet of shed. We paid up for it. 45 machines is going there. This project has come from Manoj Bajpayee and Sony Sood. They saw the Better India award which I won. So they've got in touch with me. They are financing this entire project because this is for the sex workers. And both Sony Sood and Manoj Bajpayee, if you remember, they are doing the migrant labor. One of the very high-reaching migrant labor gods that are there in India today.
Okay, and what is that program name?
Under their own name, Shramik Samman. It is going under their brand name.
Okay, and what is the third program?
The third program is in the ashram from Calcutta school in the red light area, shifting the ashram 100 kilometers away, for which I told you 20,000 USD has already come in. It's in my bank. I need another 45 lakhs, right? Which will then make me do the entire village. It's a 3 bigha land. Okay. Right now I can't buy it because the lockdown has not opened the government offices for the search and the signing of the documents, mutation and all that. So that is waiting. But I've given the gentleman 50,000 rupees so that the deed is with us.
Okay, what is the name of this program?
Ananda Ashram.
Okay. So what was your last year turnover?
5.5 lakhs.
Established since?
This is this thing registered for 2 years. I have a 2-year balance sheet.
Okay, 2018?
18, sir.
Okay. Okay. So what is your mission in life?
The mission is in life, which I write very boldly. No one should sleep hungry at night.
So my tagline. My tagline.
It's destiny because this tagline was there for 2 years with me. And the other one was, let's get the smiles back on the streets of of India. Let's get the smiles back. Because I work with footpath children who sleep in the night on the road.
So you need to give a very good mission statement, okay? Because there are 3 programs that you are going to do. So think through that.
I've given it. I just want you to check it.
Achha,
I've sent it in the document yesterday, a 22-page document.
Great.
It's already there. Just have a look at it and guide me.
Okay. Website name? What is the website name?
www.notunjibon.com.
Okay. So
and there also, I've given you my Facebook, Notun Jibon Facebook link also I've sent you, sir.
Okay, legal documents all in place?
All in place, sent to you.
Except FCRA?
FCRA, sir, I will only apply after this year's balance sheet is complete because it's a 3-year balance sheet that they need.
Right. Okay. Current account you have and savings account you have?
I have 2 current accounts. One is under the trust and one is under Notun Jibon proprietorship, because I started out with a trade license and proprietorship.
Okay.
So that is still there. And I have another trust, this thing, Notun Jibon Trust, with all the trustees. There are 3 signatures. At any point of time, 2 signatures on the check.
Okay. And this is
It's just for just for balance.
Yeah, it is savings account or current account?
Current account, sir.
No, so you don't have savings account.
I have 3 savings account, all HDFC, sir.
No, but is it? I'm talking about Notun Jeevan savings account.
No.
Okay. So
because 12A being there, the CA felt, and you can re-guide me, CA felt it was not needed.
Correct. It is not needed because CA is thinking this as from the business angle. I am thinking it as when money is there, you will not get any interest if it is in current account. Okay. So therefore, you need to have one savings account.
Point noted. I've noted this. I'll get it done.
Yeah, with the fund flow that is that is likely to hit your bank account. It is better that you open one savings account and park the money there, so that you get interest.
Especially for the 20 USD that's there.
Yeah, correct. Yes.
That's about 15.5 lakhs.
Correct. Now I'm going to see.
Can I put it into FD?
Yeah, you can put it in FD also.
Okay.
Yeah, but in the trust name only.
Yeah, currently it is under the trust name of 5 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 3 FDs.
Okay. Now this sample document I'm going to now enter. I mean, download this and give it to you, and the same format copy. I'm going to give it to Mr. Gokulnanda Oja and also Mr. Hajra. Okay.
Sure.
So this is for you to fill up. There is one point from your side you need to fill up. That is action plan.
Okay.
Action plan. This you need to write in detail. In detail means what? I'm talking about bullet points. Not because project report is already there, but bullet points have to be given, because for any funder, he would like to see in one snapshot.
Sir.
Okay, if he understands this, if this clarity document is clear, then the funder will be able to understand what is the program you are into, rather than going through the 22-page document.
Okay. So basically a 2-pager.
No, not even 2-pager. It is just,
1 page.
Just 5 lines.
Okay.
Just 5 lines. That's all. Okay. I am going to send you this document and for the rest of the day.
Okay, sir.
Okay. With this, I think we have come to the conclusion of this program, 7-day workshop. And Gokulnanda Oja and Hajra, both your proposals are with me. The next meeting from our side will be, I have sent you WhatsApp, my link, payment link and all I've sent you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think only Oja had a problem in paying it. Paytm.
No, he also paid it. He paid it. Paid it. Only I think Mr. Hajra.
I'll just do it now. I've just come back, as I told you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll just send it in.
Yeah, today is, we are on Wednesday. Okay. We will keep it on Wednesday, every Wednesday, 4 to 5.
Okay.
We will meet. Okay. And then during this week, as you are, going through executing the plan of action and all that, if you have any doubts, I'm contactable through WhatsApp message and email. And if you can schedule a call with me, supposing you want to speak to me, right? It is better to schedule a call saying that, schedule a call and I will reply back saying that by so-and-so time we can talk.
Sure.
Okay, we can talk and then we will clarify. This is for all the 3 of you.
Yeah.
Okay. And in this 7 days time, action plan from my side will be submitting your documents to crowdfunding, Fuel a Dream, Fuel a Dream, within this week, they will get in touch with you
Yeah.
directly in terms of any documentation that is required or something like that. They might call you and find out. Okay.
Yeah.
And whatever happens between you and the crowdfunding, I will be in the loop by and large.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it is known to you also, and it is known to them also.
Okay. Okay. No
Yes.
problem.
No problem. They will also inform me. You will also inform me.
Sure.
But for more transparency and for more, speed is required, because money loves speed.
Yeah.
Money loves speed. So for that, I have taken the barrier, saying that, look, if you want to ask any questions to these NGOs, don't think that you should contact me and I should contact them, and I don't want to act like a postman.
Okay.
Okay. I have given them the authority to speak to you directly.
Okay.
But when you want to give some fitting reply or some reply that you want to give, you consult me, because I would like to know whether that reply what you are giving is correct or not.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. You connect with me that these are the questions that they are asking. I am planning to reply in this manner. Is it okay?
Fantastic.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Till such time you understand the language of the funders.
Okay.
Yeah. So one experience will give you comfort feeling, and after that, once crowdfunding Fuel a Dream is over, next we will move on to Milap. Next we will move on to all other crowdfunding agencies, and whatever you deserve for your program, you should get it.
Thank you.
All of you should get it.
Thank you.
And for that only, I am there with you as a mentor.
Sure.
All the very best. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.